So we're going to answer this question around the delay between an energetic shift that you will make and seeing it show up in your external reality. If you are new here, my name is Paget Kagy. I am a quantum coach helping you unlock your highest potential through the quantum field. The time delay between when we feel that energetic shift and when we see it show up in our external reality, it is different for everyone. And it actually could be a moment of having you surrender into a deeper level trust of yourself and your higher self. A lot of the times, if we're seeing this delay, it's because we are still not surrendering something. It's because we are still not fully letting go of all of the things that we need to let go of in order to get to that next level reality. It's not like, oh, I shifted. Okay, where are you? Like, where are you, manifestation? Come on, I shifted. It's already been 2 days. That's not really necessarily how it works. The more knowledgeable you are with your own energy, the more sensitive you are to this whole process of shifting timelines, of shifting into new identities at a deep core energetic level, the more you're actually going to be able to diagnose these things. And it's something that I teach in my program, Quantum Shift Accelerator, which is understanding that it takes time to recalibrate once you have made an energetic shift into your new reality. And some of the things could be your higher self wants you to enjoy life. Okay, literally, I've seen this for people where the reason why things are not moving in their life is because they're avoiding life. Like literally, there is nothing wrong in their physical reality. They're taken care of financially, they're in good health, they have a family, they have all the things, but they're just so focused on that next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And the universe is like, okay, well, that focus on the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, it's actually you holding on to attachment of the things that you want from an old version of self. So we are going to delay this process until you get that, until you let go of that old version of self who's like, oh my God, I need the things. Where are they? Why aren't they showing up? Okay. Because that is from such a not centered, not loving, not surrendered, not trusting space. And maybe the lesson for you is to come into more surrender, come into more trust. And by the way, be able to enjoy your current reality as it is, because I am telling you right now, if you are not able to enjoy the good things in your life right now, as they are right now, with what you have right now, you ain't gonna enjoy it when you get $1 million. You ain't gonna enjoy it when you get $10 million. It might feel good for your ego, but you are gonna go right back to feeling totally dissatisfied in your reality. That is just how it works. That is how it works, whether you believe it or not. So for me, when I made my quantum shift, my first really big quantum shift, it was actually after I really centered myself. I really was at a place where I released enough of my garbage that I was at an elevated frequency enough to be able to surrender into this trust, to be able to surrender into, you know what? My life isn't so bad. Yeah, I don't have my dreams. Yeah, I don't have my career. Yeah, I don't have all of these things that I've been so focused on for the past 10 years. But you know what? Like, my life is pretty good. You know, and I was in this space of appreciation for the small things, appreciation for myself, appreciation for my husband. Our marriage got better, and I was just able to surrender into just enjoying more of my current reality. That very quickly thereafter, boom, 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 boom. A lot of things started flooding in. I released a lot of my fears, a lot of my distrust, a lot of my low self-worth that kept me going, oh my God, I want more, I want it. Where is it? Where is it? How come it's not showing up? Guys, if this is you and you're like, wait, I shifted, so where is it? Lack of trust, lack of surrender. Okay, and probably some patterns of low self-worth, of needing that external thing outside of you to prove that you're worthy of enjoying and embodying the self-love and the dignity and the honor and the life force that you have right now. A lot of the times when it comes to manifesting, guys, we are not going to manifest the things that we want until we become the version of ourselves who can enjoy those things. And so this is why, for me personally, I don't generally just make really big goals, okay? Like I might throw out some things here and there and just like, and it's usually because it's like things that I feel are already in my field. They're not like anything outside of my field, but I'm not super attached to them. Like I mean, like, yeah, I do kind of want to manifest that, but I'm not so attached to it. If it shifts, if it changes, I'm like, okay, so I know that my higher self is in control right now. I know that I'm in a place in my journey right now where I can totally trust my higher self. I've been working on elevating my frequency, releasing the garbage that's not me, and continuing to elevate to higher levels of consciousness. I know I can trust. I know that whatever happens, something better is gonna come in. I just have that deep knowing of where I am on that journey. Right? And so when things go sideways or things are kind of looking a little or whatever, I know it's happening for me. And the longer that I try to focus on all the things that are going wrong or all the things that are not going right, okay, the more I try to attach to old ways of being, of old ways of trying to manifest and create and do and all of that, I know the longer I'm actually delaying when the good stuff, quote unquote, can come to me. If I can just be like, you know what? The good stuff is now. The good stuff is here and now. I'm going to enjoy myself. Guess what that does? It actually allows you to receive more of this inspired energy, this flowing creative energy for you to have the amazing ideas. Okay, for you to be able to connect with the amazing people that you can connect with, for you to have the energy to create the things that you want to create, for you to come at the right energy to creating those things. And when you are coming at the right energy to creating these things and putting yourself out there and doing all these things, the natural consequence is actually you release outcome. The outcome actually becomes kind of secondary. Like, yeah, it's the carrot on the stick, but if the outcome doesn't come from the things, you're like, okay, that's fine. You know, I was having fun. I was enjoying doing the things. That I am collecting energetic coins in my piggy bank because I am in trust, because I am in surrender. Okay, so does that make sense? So the period that the lag period, of course, there's always going to be a lag period, guys. There's always a lag period. I don't care how trusted and surrender you are. There is usually a lag period, whether it's like a week or a couple of weeks or a month or a couple of months. Okay, that is totally normal. That is completely normal. So you are going to make life harder for yourself if you get in your head. Now, if it's longer than that and it's like, whoa, like this is then I would really ask, okay, well, what am I not surrendering from my old version of self? What am I not willing to lean into? What am I not trusting here? What am I closing myself, by the way, closing myself off to? A lot of times when we're in that controlled space of like, when is it gonna happen? When's it gonna happen? When is it gonna happen? We're coming from this part of ourselves that wants to control the outcome because this is the only outcome that it could ever be. So what are we doing? We're also closing off other possibilities in our field that might want to come through, better possibilities in our field that might want to come through. This is also why it's important to surrender so that you can actually literally open up your energetic field. And if you can do that, you can allow different things to come in that are unexpected, that literally feel like gifts being dropped in from the universe. That is how my quantum shifts happen. That is usually how it happens for me, whether it's a really big quantum shift, like my first quantum shift, very big quantum shift, totally came out of left field, not something I planned, not something I expected, but it made sense because I was really working on myself and I was really releasing a lot of garbage during that time where I felt like a totally different person. And then this new thing came in, but why did it come in? Because again, I was enjoying life. I was surrendered to outcome. I allowed things to come into my field. And then other times when I've made certain quantum shifts that weren't quite as big as that, but I still was making quantum shifts. Yes, there was a lag time of like maybe a week or a couple of weeks. And of course, it always came in when I was like, you know what? I'm okay with this. Okay. It never came in when I was like, oh my God, why isn't it coming in? What's going on? Oh my God, freak out. It always came in when I was totally surrendered to it. When I was like, I don't need it to be any other way. Right? Like I trust I trust it is going to come from the right place that it's meant to come from. I trust in the process. I trust that if I let go 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, I'm going to look back and go, wow, yeah, that all made sense. It needed to go like that. I needed to let go of that outcome so I could see that better outcome. So it also depends, guys, how big of a quantum shift are you making? Because if you're making a huge quantum shift, the lag time is going to be there. And this is partly because your own resistance to making the quantum shift, I mean, that's mostly what it is, okay? And resisting it and trying to hold on to the old ways of being, it's also because there just needs to be a recalibration period, right? Before the physical reality catches up with the quantum. That's fine. We live in a space-time dimension for a reason, right? There is time and there is space that things need to travel through in order for us to experience it. And that's totally fine. If it's taking way longer, you might not have changed as much as you think you have changed. Meaning you could have changed a lot, but what about that last piece of trust? What about that last piece of surrender? What are you still holding on to that is old within you? And it's usually control and fear. What kind of control and fear are you still holding onto that you are not willing to let go of, that you are not willing to surrender? So the people that I work with who really have huge shifts very, very quickly, they have less control. They have less fear. It's easier for them to release those aspects. It's the people who have a lot of fear and a lot of control that no matter how much I work with them, no matter how much control and fear that they release, their mind still wants to hold on. Their mind is still like, oh, no, I don't trust. Yeah, nope, don't trust. Pay attention. How much are you using your free will and your mind to go, no, I don't trust, I can't, not gonna let go? How much are you using your free will to stay in the old version of yourself? People who have really massive shifts. And yet, actually, I just want to add this thing. If you were one of these people, because that was me for so long, because I didn't understand what was going on. When you do make a quantum shift, I mean, it's like, you know, the dam has burst open because you finally let go of your fear and control, all the things that have stopped you your entire life, right? And all of a sudden, all of these things can come into your reality. All these things can flood into your reality because you opened yourself up to them. So that was also kind of me, is that I was so in control and I was so in fear that I was not allowing myself to actually receive different, receive better from the universe. And when I finally really surrendered and I really let go of some really deep, deep fear within my energetic field, that a lot of things were able to come rushing into me, and it was amazing. Fear, control, probably the biggest things that'll get in the way of you really seeing the big shifts come into your reality. But otherwise, it's about you just trusting. It's about you trusting that it is coming, right? And you not trying to go back to old ways of being. That is another pitfall that people make a lot of the time. And so then they stall. They just stall because they don't really know what's going on, basically, right? But you guys know better. You guys know better. So anyway, I hope that answer was helpful. I hope it made sense. So thank you so much for submitting that question. And if you would like to work with me some more, go even deeper, release some of that energetic garbage that is keeping you stuck from your core level energy and identity, and shift into new states of being and be a match to higher possibilities and all of that good stuff, then check out the link below, my link tree. It has several different programs. Check them out. See which one resonates with you. You can also leave a comment below. Let me know if you have any other questions about manifestation or energy or anything like that. I'd be happy to answer them. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all later.